Welcome to our math session so that we can go over 7.04 quiz called Transformation. Link to the Nearpod is in the chat. Let's go ahead, join if you want to practice with me. Otherwise, I also encourage you to open up your quiz and take it along with me. Let's get started. Remember, the session is optional. This session is optional. And you will stay only if you need help. Let's get started. Question 1, 7.04 quiz, transformations. Question 1 is right here. Question 1, Variety 1. Let's read. Rectangle MPAT has vertices. M says 1, 2, P says 1, 3, A says 3, 3, T says 3, 2. As if you are taking the quiz along with us, make sure your questions match mine so you answer precisely. Rectangle MPAT was translated 1 unit to the right and 2 units up to produce rectangle M prime, P prime, A prime, T prime. Which coordinates best describe the vertices of the image? Perfect, perfect. So when we see that the rectangle is going to move 1 to the right, well, these are the ordered pairs X, comma, Y. If we see that the question tells us that the rectangle will move 1 to the right, it will add 1 to the X value. It will add 1 to the X value. And also the rectangle will slide 2 units up. When it's going to slide up, it's going to add those 2 units to the Y value. Let's go back and look at what I am talking about. So 1 unit to the right adds 1 unit to the X value. Let's see how it might look like. Notice here, X is 1, right? When the vertex is M, X value is 1. We're going to add 1 to M and it should become 2. It should become 2, right? And P, vertex P, we gotta add 1 to the X value and it should become 3. Let's see. It should become 3, but did I add? Yeah, oh, look at me. I said 3. It should become 2. It is a 1. It should become a 2. Right? Okay. Because I know that we have a lot of new people. They join us every single week, and you might be a little confused. I will leave it optional to you. If you do not know how to get to 7.0 for quiz at this time, you can complete the Nearpod with me to earn a grade. This class is completely optional. It is not going to impact anybody's attendance. If you will need quiz grades from my Nearpod, just let me know so I have your name written down. I will track participation and I will give credits. But you are allowed to do that because you're going to spend another 45 minutes with me to learn it. And I just have received from Serena. She is here for a quiz grade. I'm going to write down names if you will request me. Serena is the only one. Okay. Serena, I got you. But anybody else, you can also request after class. If you tried the quiz very hard and you couldn't get a good grade and you want credits from my Nearpod, Remember, Nearpod reports are always saved, and I can go back and see you were here and you did the Nearpod. I will add credits as per your request. It's not going to happen automatically. Jezabel, absolutely. I was waiting to hear that from you. Okay, anybody else also feel free. I'm not going to feel bad. I'm going to be more than happy because you are here, spending a lot of time in the morning being here. Ava and Sophie, absolutely. Ava and Sophie. Violet, absolutely. Then make sure your near parts are going to be detailed enough, right? Okay, let's get started. If you are here for a grade, you can let me know and actively work in Nearpod to earn the credits. Hudson. Okay, so you notice, right? And then A, absolutely. And then A, you're going to add 1 to the X value. Notice this is going to become a 4. The X value is going to become a 4. For A, it did become a 4. And P became a 2. And then T, you add 1 to it, becomes a 4. And notice that it did become a 4. It seemed like A is following the translation pretty nicely. Let's look at the Y values. Y values, the rectangle went up 2 units. Add 2 to the Y value. Is it adding 2? Let's see, it's currently a 2. If you add 2 more, you should have 4. And it is a 4. Keep adding 2 to the Y values. The 3 will become a 5, and that seems to be correct, and so on and so forth. Seems like A is the best answer. It is following the translation pretty nicely. Let me see. Tina. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and add your name to my list. Okay, let's move on to question 1, variety 2. Question 1, variety 2 is going to be a very, very similar translation. In this case, there is a trapezoid. Trapezoid's name is WKLX. Paris, I added your name now. Right? The trapezoid's name is WKLX, and a translation is going to happen to the trapezoid. Let's look at the translation. Translation says the trapezoid will go 4 to the right. It will go 4 to the right. That means x plus 4. Whenever trapezoid goes to the right or left, it will impact the x value. What else does the trapezoid do? Trapezoid will also impact the y value. See what it's going to do. It will go down 3. Going down will be like a subtraction on the y. So we can do minus 3. Everybody figure out which answer seems to be the best for this kind of sliding. Right to the right 4 and down 3. Let me tell you, Jonathan, well answered. Regine, well answered. I showed you one example. You guys got to show me some work here, right? So x value, we want to add 4. W, x coordinate is 2, and I add 4. So the x value becomes a 6. So possible answers are A and B only right now. Okay. Let's see. What happens to the y? We have to subtract 3. So here y is negative 3. When you subtract 3 more, it becomes negative 6. Notice only B says that. A told us some wrong value for Y. The question is really not trying to trick us. It was really easy to identify the answer. I'm gonna pause. Is anybody confused? Let us know. This is translation. Translation means the shape is gonna be sliding to the right or left, and then it's gonna be going up or down, impacting the Y. Okay, if there are no questions, let's look at the third variety for this question 1 translation. And here we are. Now, if you are taking the quiz, notice the words say it is about a square, GYTD. This question 1 is about a square, GYTD. And the translation happening is 2 units to the left. It is going to impact your X. Guess what's going to happen? To the left means minus from the X. 2 units. Let's see which answer choice seems to be heading there. Class, take some time and see which answer choice is subtracting 2 from the X. So you have some idea. And let's see what's happening to the Y. 2 units up on the Y. So Y up is plus 2. That, let's see, Junior. Is it a right? No, it says 2 units to the left. What did your question say, Junior? This is about a square, GYTD. And these were the vertices. And the square translated 2 units left and 2 units up. Let me see, Junior. And I don't see your near part slide. Paris, hop on the mic. Where did I go wrong? Oh, you meant the answer. Let me know, class, over the mic. Let's see which answer seems to be the best one. We want to take away 2 from the X. Well, look here. The X value for G is -4. If I subtract 2 more, the X value becomes a -6. I see that A and D says that I can take away my answer choice B and C. Rajana, yes, you figured it out. I agree to you. That's what I got before I came to class and I solved all the questions to be sure I don't guide you wrong in a recorded session. And then 2 up means adding 2 to the Y. Y is a 3 and 3 plus 2 more is gotta be a 5. Let's see which one is a working. Jisabel, very good. Very good. It is a 5. So I would say A is correct. This one said 1, not 1. Nope. That's how we could figure it out. Okay, Junior, I got you. You are correct. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's move on to question 2. I notice in this quiz, they are talking about a variety of transformations. It's going to be a really good practice. Question 2. And here we are, question 2. Question 2, this is variety 1. If you're taking the quiz along with us, notice this variety has to do with B, C, D, E. This question has to do with a shape, a figure that's B, C, D, E. The vertices of the figures, okay, now notice they gave us B, C, D, E. They also gave us the primes. Our task is to figure out which transformation, whether it's translation sliding, is it a reflection over x-axis or y-axis? happened? Everybody get started and be thinking, what actually happened? One easy way to tell is I can put some of the vertex over here, like B says 4, 4. Then notice I'm going to also put my B prime. And B prime is 2, 6. I am so sure some of you are confused where Miss Sayed got these numbers from. Let me show you. This is where the B is coming from, right over here. And notice this is where B prime is coming from. And now that I wrote it out together, my eyes can better see. Sophie, you know what, Sophie? I agree to your answer. Let me see whom else. Jonathan, Jezebel, Amy, I agree to your answers. Sophie, Serena, Justin, Kayla, very well answered. Very well answered. I agree to your answers. Absolutely. Good morning, Andromeda. Now notice what is happening. Let's see, and we will color code our work. Look at the x value. It was a 4 and it became a 2. You notice the x value went down by 2. X value went down by 2. Probably something went to the left side, I can tell. Movement to the left is always subtracting 2. Let me see, Paris, what happened to the y. Then I'm going to be so sure. Y was a 4. From a 4, it became a 6. Yes, we are adding 2 to the y. Adding 2 to the y means probably it went up 2. It did go up 2. And definitely you guys are correct. We can say the correct answer is going to be B. They will give you all the 4 points. All the 4 points. You really don't need all the 4 points to tell what happened. In fact, looking at so many points might even confuse you. If I were you, I will target only 1 point at a time and see, well, what happened? Was it reflection or translation? Harim, absolutely right. Junior, very good, very good. Let's try another one. Larry is here. Okay, let's try another example. And here we are. Junior, I used pre-image 1 point, like I chose B. Then I use image or the prime for that B. So I was using just 1 point and I was just tracking B's movement. And B's movement was a sliding movement. Davy, welcome to class. Here we are. If you are also taking the quiz with us, this is question 2, variety 2. And the figure says E, F, G, H. The figure in this case is E, F, G, H. And let's see what is happening. I will select point E that says 1 and 3. Point E says 1 and 3. I will look at E prime. E prime says 3, -1. Where did I get these points from? Let me go ahead and show you guys. Point E is over here. Point E, 1, 3. Jemiah, there is 3 varieties for each quiz question. I'm going over each of the 3 varieties of the quiz questions. So probably one of those varieties will match yours. This is E prime, and here is E prime. Let's see what is happening. For the X value, when in the pre-image, X is 1, In the image, x is 3. Yes, let's see. Junior, I agree to you. It seems that 2 more is being added to x. Adding 2 more is movement to the right. I am heading towards the answer. This is the only one that said movement to the right. And then let's see what is happening to the y. Y is a 3 and here it became a 1. That means probably y went down. Oh, it's a -1. It actually went down by 4. It went down by 4 units. Absolutely, D is the only one that says that. Amy, I agree to you. Cecilia, Isabel, Jonathan, Paris, Justin, Serena, Sophie, Violet, you guys already had this one. Very good. Class, I'm receiving weird kind of messages in the chat and I'm unsure what is wrong. I would want to just take a second, so I repeat myself. Class, remember when the teacher is teaching, she has a mindset that I can focus on the teaching and I can talk what I want to talk, and I'm trying to talk to around 70 people at this time. So be thoughtful about the messages you put in the chat. I am doing quiz 7.04. Right here, you can see what the teacher is talking about. I am doing question 2. If you will be in online school, you probably are aware the teacher will also go over the next quiz at the time listed in your schedule. If you will put very weird questions, I'm going to be confused as I'm talking about the questions. Do not confuse the teacher like that. First, always help yourself go to the system and see what do you know. Check the schedule, help yourself. And the schedule also says the class is optional. You have no idea how many people asked me if the class is optional. Did it say optional for everybody or did it say required? From my understanding, I put you guys as optional. Did it say optional? Give me thumbs up or down. I want to know. It shouldn't impact anybody's attendance by not attending. It is optional, right? Perfect. Because it's just for those who need help, or if Friday is a whole day and teachers are not hosting a session and you want to be learning some math, you can definitely join. So it's supposed to be optional. That's what I tried to do. Here we are. This is still question 2 and variety 3. This is question 2. Justin.
Ma'am.
Yes.
So when I go to my classroom, right? So it can say optional and so it can say optional or required, right?
Yes.
So is this classroom not optional?
Yes. You are right, Justin. When you join this class, it says optional. It will not impact anybody's attendance at all. Not at all. Now, if you are taking this quiz and you are on question 2, notice this particular variety of the question says STUV. Okay, this is what we are talking about. Let's see what is happening to STUV. We will write down the points for vertex S, -2, 2. We will see the image, and the image is S prime, the matching coordinate, and the matching coordinate says 2 and then -2. Let's see. Okay, number 1, I will tell you where I got the points from. They're coming from the question. This is the starting point, and this is the image after some kind of transformation has happened. Then let's examine closely to the x value. From a -2, it became a +2. Davy, I agree to you. Davy says we are adding 4 to the x. Adding 4 to the x is a rightward movement. Let's see. Oh, it does say here in answer choice D, moving to the right. Let's look at the y value from 2. It became a negative 2. Y went down by 4 units because from 2 to negative 2, with subtraction of 4, went down. So there's a sliding down, right? Absolutely, Mia. Paris. Absolutely. And the answer is going to be D. This is how you can actually see what is happening. You look at it as closely as we are. Let's look at question 3 for 7.04 quiz. Remember, every question has 3 varieties, and we will look at all of the 3 varieties in case anybody needs it. And it is also going to be good practice. Go ahead, Justin.
So man, what I'm kind of like getting at, so minuses could be at down and pluses could be up, right?
Minus is going down and plus is going up on the y.
So it's like so what can you like explain for the x and the y? It's just like for equals, you know?
Justin, that's a really good question. The x value is impacted, right, when the shape is going to go to the right side or to the left side, right? And y value is impacted by the shape going either up or down. And I'm going to go put those values for you so it makes more sense. Whenever we're going to the right, we are adding to the x. When we are going to the left, we are subtracting from x. For the y values, when we are going up, we are adding to the y. When we are going down, we are subtracting on the y. That makes sense, Justin?
Yeah, it make a lot of sense. Right could
Yeah.
be plus and left could be minuses, and up could
Yes.
be plus and down could be minus. I
There
understand.
you go. There you go. This is the conclusion. Very good, very good. This is how question 3 was looking like. Question 3 wanted us to come up with our new values, and it also gave us what is going on. Well, question 3, variety 1, if you're taking it with us, remember, this has to do with figure ABCD is being reflected over the x-axis. ABCD is being reflected over the x-axis. Everybody get started. Let's have the fun of reflecting. Devi, excellent. Very good. You are really at mastery. So x-axis is over here. This is going to be the mirror image for our four-sided figure. And let's go ahead and put values for A. Notice that A is 3 away from X, so it's going to go down 3, so it's going to be still 3 away from the line of reflection. This is going to be A prime, right? So the X coordinate is 2, right? The X coordinate is 2. From 2, I went down 3. From 2, I went down 3, and down 3 was a negative 3. Right? A prime, X value is still at 2. And how much did I go down? Down 3. A prime seems to be 2 and negative 3. Let's go ahead, find a different one. Now I'm going to do B. Notice B is where X is 5. And I have to go down 5 because B is 5 away from the purple line. I'm going to go straight down 5. That is a little bit hard of a graph to see on my screen, but I know what my points are, right? B prime. Notice X is a 5. X is a 5, and I went down 5. The Y values are just becoming negative, right? That's what Davy's conclusion is. Notice here the y values are positive, but the y values after the reflection are just becoming negatives. Let's go ahead and look at point C. Point C on the x is 7. And it is 3 away from 7, so I go down 3. And it's really hard to see, but I'll go and estimate. My grid doesn't look very clear, but here is going to be my C prime. I know that the x was a 7, and I went down 3 so that I can reflect it. Now it is going to be D. D is the most easiest one, the most closest one, and I can do D. D is here when x is 5 and it is 2 away from the line of reflection. So I'm going to go on 5 and then just go down 2. That is my D prime. So I know x value was a 5 and I had went down 2. Are there any questions? Definitely connect your picture so it looks like something as shown. This is how you could have done it. You have to make it equidistant from the line of reflection. Keep the x value the same. The y values all became negatives. Are we ready to move on? Right? Let's go try another one. Here we are. This is figure ABCD. It's going to reflect also over x-axis. They love x-axis way too much. This is x-axis. This is the mirror. This is where it's going to mirror up. So I'm going to again start with A. Choose a color. Start with A. A, x is -1 and go up 4 for A. So I'm going to go to -1 for x again, but this time don't go up. I'm going to go down so that I can get a reflection of A prime. A prime. So I noticed that my x value was -1, but my y value was -4 rather than +4 because I wanted to reflect point A. Then I'm going to go and check out point B. Notice B is at, when x is -5, I go up 8. So again, for the reflection, when x is -5, I go down 8. This is going to be my B prime. X is still -5, but I go down 8. Down 8 is a negative number. It's going to be -8. Now I'm unsure why one of my points is missing, but I'm going to go add it by my hand for D, right? You also have to have 4 points. I'm not sure what happened here. Isn't it? You should have 4 points for each answer. My D got little missing. Okay, let's go and target point C. And point C is here when x is -5 and you go up 4. So from -5, I'm going to go down 4 right over here. This is going to be my C prime. So x is -5, but I went down 4. Then I will do my last one. And my last one is point D. D here is at -4 and up 2. So from -4, I'm going to go down 2. And this is my D prime. I will connect the shape, create a figure. And I will definitely put my ordered pairs for D without forgetting. And D is -4 and down 2. Let me know if you guys have any questions. -4 and down to -2. Did anybody's answers look different? Did you guys have any questions? Or is any Huria? You will check it off, right? Right. You are correct. Hudson, you notice that D was missing? Let's do one more. It's gonna be a nice good practice. Let's see what they want. Oh, this time the quiz changed the line of reflection, and I'm glad that they did that. We want a little practice on reflecting over y-axis also. Line of reflection is y-axis. This is gonna be good practice. Let's get started. We will grab a color for point A. Point A is at -1 and up 4, right? -1 and up 4. If it's going to be reflected, it's going to be equal distance from the mirror. And equal distance from the mirror on the other side is right over here. This is going to be our A prime. Notice the x value became +1. And it is up 4. The x value became a positive number. Let's look at B. B is at -5 and up 8. So it's going to still be 5 away from the line of reflection, and it will move on this side. Right over here on this side. It's going to be still equidistant. B is 5 away from the line of reflection. It will still be 5 away. Very good, Davy. I agree to you. And we can say it is going to be your B prime. So x value became a +5. And y value actually stayed the same as +8. X value changed sign from a -5 to a +5, and y stayed 8. Let me see, Davy. X changed value, y stayed same. You are right. Now, correct. Let's look at point C. -5 and up 4. So it's 5 away from the line of reflection. C is 5 away. So C is supposed to be 5 away from the line of reflection right over here. And up 4 right here. So we can say it is going to be our C prime. So notice it was 5 away on the left side. It will still be 5 away on the right side. And how much up it is? It is 4 up. 4 up and +5. That's how the new point looks like. Let's do our last point. That is point D. Point D is at -4 up 2. It is 4 away. So again, it's going to be +4 away and up 2 over here. And that is your D prime. So 4 and up 2, +4 and up 2. You can also connect it so that it's going to look like a figure. There we are. Did anybody have any questions? Let me know before we move on. This quiz was a little bit more of work and a little bit more of time consuming than the next quiz we will look at 11 a.m. Here we are with question 4, 7.04 quiz, question 4. And here is going to be our first variety. The first variety has to do with triangle ABC. The first variety has to do with triangle ABC. Now, in this question, they told us ABC is reflected to form A prime, B prime, C prime. So I know that there is going to be some reflection. Andromeda, let me tell you an answer in the chat. Okay. That is why. Sophie already answered this one. Let me see. Sophie, I got a different one. Let's see. So here, Serena, there's no sharing of screen, dear, at this time. Justin, the mic is all yours.
Oh my bad. I didn't mean to raise my
Oh,
hand.
no problem, dear. No problem. We know the point for A. Notice point A is going to be -4, -3. Let's see, where is point -4, -3, right? Point -4, -3. So x, go on -4 and go down 3. That's too bold of a point. So -4 and then go down -3. The point is right here, and this is going to be A. Let's see. Where do you think is going to be line of reflection so that A will become A prime? What is going to be your line of reflection? Notice this is A prime. What is your line of reflection that brought point A over here, up here? X-axis was the line of reflection, right? It's so easy to tell. X-axis was the point of reflection. I'm not going to look at all the points because one point is just enough to guide us. Right? See how A reflected? It is still equal distance from x-axis on both sides, the top and the bottom. So line of reflection was x-axis. Let's go move on. Oh, Jonathan has the entire triangle. Huria. Huria. You agree to us, Huria? I just focused on one point, Huria. I just looked at your slides so I can give you feedback before we went on. Justin, did you notice how I reflected point A? I just focused on A is -4, -3, and I put it right there. And I sit back and see, well, what happened to A? Oh, it went up and it actually equidistant went up from X, and I can tell it was like reflection over X. Let's try another one and see if you guys can figure it out using the same technique. Here we are. This question again says ABC. This is triangle ABC is reflected to form A prime, B prime, C prime. There is kind of reflection going on. Now the coordinates of point A, let's color code A. Point A is 4, 1. Let's go mark point 4, 1. I'm going to go mark point 4, 1 on the grid. +4 here, right here. Up 1, 4 and up 1. This is my A from the question. Notice A prime is sitting right here. What is going to be the line of reflection? Is it easy to tell? Davey thinks it's y-axis. It is y-axis. The reflection happened over the standing line y-axis. It's easy to tell, right? And my suggestion as your math expert is just refer to one point. If I would refer to 3 points at a time, it is going to confuse so many of you. On the test, on assessments, you can definitely look at one point only. It is just easy to analyze that one point. Okay, so B seems to be correct. Let's try one more. This last one is a little tricky. This last one is a little tricky. Last one says, again, there is a line they gave you to check. They gave you a line to check. Line AB is reflected to form A prime, B prime. The coordinates of point A are, because it's a line, I will use the 2 points because it is a line. Notice the points for A are 0, 2. So go mark 0, 2. 0 is over here and up 2. This is the first point, A. Then there is the second point is B, that is 2, 5, and I'm going to put 2, 5, marker 2, 5, on 2 and up 5, right over here. This is B. I will also create a line using the text tool as we always do. So it's going to be easy for you guys to see. And let's move it. This is the line, right? And make it pass through the 2. Let's see. Did I mark everything correctly? It says 2, 5. It seems like the lines are meeting. Yes, they are. But then, what can you say is happening? What do you guys think? Huria thinks the line of reflection is y equals x, right? That is true. Notice the distance between them two is decreasing. So the line of reflection lies right in the middle of the two. And this line seems to be a little bit higher. Let me bring it a little bit lower and a little bit like this. Okay, you guys see that the distance between the two is decreasing. And Huria is right. The line of reflection actually lies somewhere in the middle. It is lying exactly in the middle. See? Something like that is going to be the line of reflection. It is y equals x. It is a line that's y equals x. And what does a line that is y equals x mean? A line that is y equals x just mean x is 1, y is 1. X is 2, y is 2. Both are going to keep going being the same number. When x is 3, y is also 3. And 4, this is going to, if you connect them, this is going to be your line of reflection. And that seems to be the nice good line of reflection, right? See? The two lines are, oh my gosh, that's such terrible, right? The line of reflection will be y equals x. You continue on with a really nice line. Absolutely. This was a different one. We will not test you on this y equals x. We will not test you on this question. It is just extension question. Here we are with question 5. If this is time for you, you can definitely hop off and watch the recording from here. If you have nothing else to do, I know teachers are not hosting classes today, and you can stay, you can stay. But if you have things to do, you hop off. But we will complete question 5 before we hop off. Our commitment is to make sure we're going to help you on the quiz. So here, this is the first variety, question 5. Triangle ABC is rotated to form A prime, B prime, C prime. The coordinates of point A are 1, 1. Okay, I'll target 1, 1. For rotation, it is easy to tell if you have a full picture. For rotation, it is going to be really easy to tell with the full picture. Notice A is 1, 1 right over here. And then B is 3, 1. Let's put a point for B1. B is 3, 1. And then C is 4, 1. Oh, 1, 4. And here is 1 and then up 4. Let's connect it and see what is happening. It's not supposed to be too hard to tell. How much of a rotation happened? How much of a rotation happened? And notice, we start from here and we rotate it over here, right? This is how we rotated. It's just a 90-degree rotation because these are quarters, right? It moved from one quarter to another. It was a 90-degree rotation. It was a 90-degree rotation. It just moved one quarter over. Rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. Davy, you're right. We just moved from 1/4 of the, and if you want to really look at the line of reflection and try to figure it out, notice it moved 90 degrees. Why? This longer side came here. So it's a 90 degrees, 90-degree rotation. Let's move on to variety 2. Each of the varieties have different kind of rotations. It's going to be a nice, good practice. Let's go ahead, connect the points and see what is happening. Point A is 1, 4. Let's go put a mark for 1, 4. 1 and up 4. Huria, X is 1, X is 1, and then up 4. 1 and up 4. Let's see for B. B is 10, 5. So I'm going to go to 10 first on the X, and then up 5. It's a little bit hard to see, but this is our B. And then C says 6, 6. So let's go grab 6, 6. 6 and up 6. And let's connect them and see what is happening. How many quarters? This is the original one, right? And how many quarters do you notice that it moved? And which counterclockwise rotation? Counterclockwise means move this way. So it moved 90. It moved another 90. It moved another 90 to get here. There are 3 90s that happened. Altogether, 270 of counterclockwise rotation actually happened. Altogether, 90 plus 90, see, 90 plus another 90 plus, because it's not here yet, it's in the third one, it's right here, so 3 90s altogether. There was 3 rotations. It was 270 altogether. Interesting questions, right? But on your assessment start, they don't assess you like this most of the time. We will see in live class how they assess you for this topic. It looks slightly different. Let's move on to the final question. Now again, they will talk about a line segment. Line segment AB is rotated to form A prime, B prime. Let's look at point A. Point A is positive 1 and 5. Positive 1 and up 5. This is our A. A got here, became A prime. By just looking at A prime, can you tell how many quarters it moved? Counterclockwise. It moved, notice, 1 quarter, and then it moved another quarter. I know that, that's okay. So it actually moved 190 degrees, but then it moved one more 90 degrees to get where it is. Altogether, it moved 180 degrees. That completes the quiz. Thank you so much for joining. I know we went over time. This is an optional session. If you could join with us the entire session, you joined. Otherwise, you do what is best for you, right? Make sure to watch recordings. Mia got 100 already from it. Very good. I have some names. I have Paris, Tina, and Serena, Isabel, Ava, Sophie, Violet, Hudson. I have you guys down because you wanted credits. Is anybody else in this class for credits? Davy, you too, dear. Justin, you want to say something? I see your hand is raised and you're unmuted.
Yeah, I do want to say something.
Go ahead.
So since we like did a little bit of this work, will we be grateful for this, or
Justin,
will we like be graded for it?
do you want a grade for it, Justin? Let me know.
Oh no, I just really want to question. I just kind of want a question for it. Yeah.
Yes. Justin's question is, will you get a grade for it? If you want a grade for it, let me know. I will definitely enter in a grade. Jamaya needs a grade for it. Cecilia needs a grade for it, so I'm noting down the names. I can add credits just now if I have some time. I'm gonna try my best to add. So Justin, no grades you need from this. I saw notice you actively participated throughout the session. Regine did.
I don't mind getting graded for it either
Oh, let
way.
me go write your name, Justin.
I don't
Larry
mind
did.
if I could do extra credits to get my grades up.
Absolutely. You earned it, Justin. Larry, you did, although you're not asking. I'm gonna go check if you need it. You are here and you participated. Jonathan. Jonathan, tell me your last name somewhere so I know. Where is Jonathan? Because you were here, you participated the entire time, but you're not asking for credits. I know, Tina Marie, your name is here. Um, where is Jonathan? Let me see. Just so that I know Jonathan, there might be more than one Jonathan, and to give credits to the right one. Got it, Jonathan. I got your last name too. And Huria was here. Huria, do you need credits? We can stop the recording at this time.